Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Sneha Koshey, and you're watching Beyond the Headline. Tonight, we're going to be looking at period leave. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, menstruation leave. Why are we looking at this? Well, L&T has gone ahead and announced menstruation leave. Let me introduce my panelists at this point. I'm being joined by Aditya Mishra, who's an MD and CEO for CIEL HR. Bhautik Sheth, who's a founder, iVIPANAN Surat. Aarti Chaudhary, who's an independent consultant, as well as Dr. Sunita Godara, who's an Asian marathon champion. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. A very important conversation, so looking forward to that. Well, let me just straight go to you at this point, Bhautik Sheth. Your company, am I pronouncing your company correct? Is it iVIPANAN? Is that how it's pronounced firstly?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, so Mr. Bhautik Sheth, I believe you also have this policy of menstruation leave. It's been a few years, I think it's been 2-3 years that it's been provided for in your company. Tell us, how did this come about and how is it being used in your company?
Yeah, so it all started back in 2020, just after the lockdown. And I think Zomato was the first one to introduce that, most probably in the month of August in Zomato. And am I audible? I hope I'm audible.
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so Zomato was the first one to introduce back in 2020. And just day after the announcement of Zomato, we did this. And I think we were the first company, a very small size company. And but still, I think our intention was very clear that we have to do something. Believe me, I was literally trolled on Twitter at that time that so many females, they started trolling me that the females are not weak, then why you introduce this policy. But I think the intention was very clear. We just wanted to come up with an idea that why not we can give an option to the female employees. It's up to them if they really want to take it or not.
Okay, so how's the implementation been? Do women take it? I mean, that's the one question that people ask. I mean, not every woman requires a period leave. So firstly, tell us how many women are there in your workforce? How many people in total are part of your company? And what's been the usage like? How often do you have women come and use this?
So we are a digital agency, and we are somewhere around 15 to 18 people size. And right now there are 10 to 11 female who are working with us. And to be very frank with you, we are lucky enough that till the date this is what we feel, that it has not been misused, number one. Number two, if you see the record of the 2024, out of 11 to 12 female, hardly 2 or 3 leaves were taken in the name of the PL, that is period leave, what we call. So I think the female, I think they are not going to misuse it if they understand their responsibility. And in last 4 years, I think we have never felt that it was a wrong decision or maybe it was an impulsive decision.
That's very interesting. So you're saying it's a very small team, it's a very small employee footfall for that matter, but it's more than 50% women in your company. And just the last financial year, you just had 2 to 3 women use 2 to 3 leaves, period leaves.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes,
in a year, you are saying.
Correct. Yes, correct.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So Bhautik Sheth, I'll allow you to have the last word. Even though you are a man, ideally I should have ended it with a woman speaking, but you are a man who's running a company that allows for period leave. So I'll allow you to have the last word on this, Mr. Sheth. My question to you is, for the 3 years that you have implemented the period leave, the big takeaway for you.
Thank you so much. Number one, this is not the compulsory. It's an optional. So let us accept that this is not the compulsory that you have to take. No, it's an option. Number two, If any female feels that somebody is going to bully her on the basis of the number of days that she takes as a leave, as a part of the period leave, she cannot take. Number two, it's your responsibility to complete your tasks. You can complete your tasks
But
from
that's
home.
not an option. That's hardly an option, Seth. Mr. Seth, if you are saying that a woman feels that she is going to be bullied because of the number of days that she takes, and then she can avoid taking the leave, itself defeats the purpose. Because she may want
I
to
agree.
take, and because she's not able to take because she's getting bullied. You know,
Yes.
there's an irony in what you're saying.
No, then we have to focus on all the parts of the policy. When an organization develops a policy, see, there are always the gray areas. You pinpoint any policy that comes with the black and white. Even in the exit policy, we see that exit policies employees are not liking before they leave the job. So many organizations have stopped taking the exit interview in terms of the policy. So what I believe that if as an organization owner, if I have implemented this thing, then I have to take care of so many other things. And maybe my co-founder, who is a female, she keeps talking about these things with my female employees about the discomfort, if at all they are feeling.
All right.
So I think this is the responsibility of the organization at the end of the day.
Okay, I think a lot of conversations around it, of course, has been a very interesting conversation, but I think the country needs to be talking about this. And it's I was quite shocked about it. There was another survey that I was studying, and it seems the number one big concern for the younger generation today is not equal pay. It seems to be period leave now. And it's quite a big sample study that they have done. It's around 70,000 people that they did survey across 50 cities is what they claimed. So I was quite stunned. And I clearly told my office I seem to be completely out of place. But it's not about us or one person being out of place. I think it's an important conversation. And anything that will allow better workplaces, irrespective of gender, inclusive of gender, I think is always a welcome. So Aditya Mishra, thank you very much for joining us. Ira Trivedi, thank you very much. She had to leave in between. Bhautik Sheth, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective. Aarti Chaudhary, thank you so much, as well as Dr. Sunita Godara. Thank you very much for your perspective. It's time for a short break.